Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom and I've just witnessed Ipswich 0, Wolves 1. Let's try and put a brave face on it. So kind of expected outcome. If you read my prediction in the East Anglian Daily Times, you'll know I forecast this happening, having seen Wolves already play twice this season. Yes, I've seen Wolves play 3 times this season and they've won 1-0 in every game. So let's talk about Ipswich anyway. So Bart has just signed his 3-year contract, so he's in goal and we're very pleased to see him. Spence comes back in at right back. Iorfa obviously ineligible because Wolves is his parent club and he's on loan from there. Chambers and Carter Vickers continue at centre back. Webster's close but not quite ready yet to come back. Knudsen left back. No skews. Gleeson replaces him in midfield with Connolly. Selina to the left. Waghorn off the front. McGoldrick to the right, Garner up front. Wolves with their fabled 3-4-3 system, Ruddy in goal. So the wing-backs were Doherty and Douglas, right and left. Bolly, Cody and Bennett, the centre-halves. Neves in midfield with Ndai today. I've seen it with Saiss. I don't know where he is the past 2 times. So a bit kind of stiffer in midfield with Ndai there, big bloke. Costa starting for Wolves on the right, Cavaliero on the left. Jota down the middle, so Bonatini gets a rest, as Luke from the Wolves fancast kind of predicted on our previous show, which you can see probably somewhere around there if you're watching on the YouTube app. Fairly uneventful first 10 minutes. Wolves had a very early free kick, Ipswich a couple of corners and Neves shot well over. Seemed very clear that the tactic was Waghorn in the 4-2-3-1, getting a bit further forward to kind of deal with the spare man that Wolves have at the back. And Selina and McGoldrick really pulling back with Douglas and Doherty. Connolly with the first shot for Ipswich on 11 straight at Ruddy. Waghorn attempts his lob, which he attempts every game. Fairly close with this one. Ruddy actually having to work to save it. Not bad effort, but fairly comfortable. And then immediately Waghorn gets booked for a naughty foul on Bolly, who's dribbling the ball out from the back. And then pretty much 14 minutes in, Wolves are gonna take the lead. So Bolly steps out, quick exchange, and Dye charges in behind. Connolly it was that was tracking him, just kind of lets him get a yard run on him. In and Dye goes. Connolly does well to track him back, but Ndai manages to get it to Douglas, who's running in to support. As this is all happening, Wolves are charging into the box. Douglas, first time cross, over to the back post. Doherty is coming in behind everyone. He's got the run on everybody. It all happened quickly. I don't know where Selina was in regards of tracking him. So Doherty climbs up. He heads it down into the ground. It bounces up into the net. First time I saw it, because of the way it bounced and kind of went up into the net, I was questioning a bit the goalkeeping from Bart, but having seen a little sort of video of it on Twitter, Doherty was so close in, and the trajectory of the ball goes from high to low to back high again. I just think Bart couldn't do anything about it. Wasn't an amazing start by Wolves, but you can see when one wing back is crossing it to the other and there's a centre midfielder and 2 other forwards also in the box, their commitment to attack quickly, gives them the goal. And you have to say first chance, first goal. There you go. Gleeson gets booked. This was very controversial in the North Stand for Ipswich. Gleeson gets booked for a heavy tackle on Neves. I think the referee took the view, because Gleeson takes the ball, but the referee takes the view that the tackle has too much force, and therefore the tackle is illegal, but not for taking Neves out, so to speak. Obviously, if he deemed the tackle to have excessive force, it would have been a red card, not a yellow card. So not totally well up with the word in that, but I see that was the referee's view on that. A lot of kind of, in the olden days that wouldn't have been a foul, but it's not the olden days anymore, is it? 29 minutes, lightning attack by Wolves here. Cavaliero and Costa so fast. This was a feature, just the pace of those 2 guys up front. Down the right, in it goes to Jota. This is a superb first touch by him. He controls it and puts it into his path in the same touch. It was really lovely touch. In he goes. He's about edge of the box, I'd say, but one-on-one, smashes it left foot, and it's a good save by Bart with the right hand, and he jumps up really quickly to get it at the second attempt. Good goalkeeping. Selina, good run from right to left off to Connolly. Better shot this time, and Ruddy has to work a bit harder, but nonetheless fairly comfortable save. You're kind of thinking at this point, I hope Connolly gets a third shot because he's found his range now. Knudsen wins a corner. This is the best chance of the game for Ipswich, so Waghorn takes it quickly, as he's good at, while Wolves are setting up their zonal marking that they do from corners. Selina gives it back to Waghorn, and it's a quick 1-2, and Selina's in a really good position here. He takes the curling shot, right-footed, and just round the post. Great chance for Ipswich, the best chance. You notice it doesn't come from them playing through Wolves, it comes from a quick kind of smart corner. Worked over from the Wolves right. Neves in a decent position this time, hits it well wide. At this point, McCarthy swaps Waghorn and McGoldrick, presumably not happy with McGoldrick's defensive showing against Douglas, the wing-back, and Waghorn gets sacrificed for being the kind of more physically good defensive player. Nice move from Ipswich, his best pass in the game. Now McGoldrick's gone into the middle, he can influence there a little bit. Out to Selina, worked back to McGoldrick. He doesn't try and smash through the ball, he does a kind of floaty shot that Ruddy does well to tip over. So it's half time. You can see from the chances that Wolves are kind of good value for their win. What I would say is that Ipswich passed the ball way better than they did against Bolton. We were hopeless with passing last week, but you can just see the way the game was going, the quality that Wolves have got out the front. And I was sitting there and I said, oh, we played well up until the goal, but you have to say, first kind of decent chance, first goal, you've got to do better than that from an Ipswich point of view and hold out a bit longer. First time they flooded the box, they scored, and now the vibe of the game is that it's Ipswich who have to ask the questions of Wolves, and you'd want it to be the other way round. You want it to be Ipswich saying, look, Wolves, come and get through us. And now you've turned the dynamic on its head, and that, given the strength of the two sides, does not work in Ipswich's favour. 51, sublime ball from Neves. Kind of, I didn't even see this pass. He kind of curls it and it comes right back round Cavaliero on the left. Back to Jota, but Bart saves easily. Lovely ball from Neves. Give away by Knudsen. Quick break by Wolves. Jota's played in by Costa. Good save again by Bart. This was a good chance there. Spence with the giveaway. Counter-attack. Jota's in again. He goes past Chambers. Chambers realises it's the obvious goal-scoring chance, so he pulls out of the tackle. Jota's in against Bart. Bart stands up well. Jota's going to square it for Costa for the open goal and the tap-in, and he plays it behind him. Really good chance. Well done, Bart, for standing up. Notice on those two chances, I said Knudsen giveaway, Spence giveaway. What's happening now is Wolves just drop their wing-backs in, drop the two wide forwards in. You've got a row of 5, you've got a row of 4, and they basically say to Ipswich, get past us. And what you get is the two full-backs on the ball for Ipswich with just a sea of orange shirts in front of them and kind of giving the ball away. So hence why these things happen. Costa slid in behind now, so Wolves picking up the counter-attacks. Good chance, 1v1. Bart saves well again. Waghorn with a fierce left footer on the kind of half volley. Ruddy had it covered. He holds his hands up as it's going, hits the side netting. So Bonatini comes in for Cavaliero on 70. He's going to be the focal point of the attacks now. Douglas going down the left on 72, first time cross. Bonatini larrups the volley, completely smashes it. It's going on target, it's going in the goal, and Chambers got the block on. Well, Connolly takes a yellow for about 8 tugs on Jota as he's breaking forward. Eno Bakari comes in for Costa. So Wolves have got strength, they're just replacing their forward players to counter-attack, keeping that solid base at the back that served them well all season. Bonatini drive, another good save by Bart, this one. It's one where it's close to him, but he has to give a good kind of push away there. Corner cleared, and Bakare this time, dipping sort of volley from the edge of the area, low down, and Bart saves it well. 83rd minute, and Mick makes his play. Triple substitution. We don't see that very often from McCarthy. Garner goes out, Ward goes in, Gleeson goes out, and Hyam goes in. and McGoldrick goes out and Sears goes in. If anyone was in the North Stand, it sounded like jeers for McGoldrick as he went out. Are people's patience running out with McGoldrick there? Be interested to know your comments on that. And Dye takes a yellow card. So the system seems to be Selena's off Waghorn down the middle, Sears to the left, Ward to the right, is how they reshuffle. Knudsen feeds Selena, weak shot from him when he's in a good position there, easy save for Ruddy. Neves with a crap free kick. He's a great player, but that was a rubbish free kick. Ward goes down the line as he does very well, tosses the cross in. It kind of falls down, but Spence is in nosebleed territory, can't get the shot off. I think what happened at the end is, in the absence of Garner, Spence really was the only big aerial presence, and he seemed to be having to charge up the line for most of the last 10 minutes to try and make some kind of aerial presence for the diagonal balls. So Wolves see it out. I would suggest that this was a triumph of system for Wolves. I think when they sat back in the second half, you get the row of three with the wing backs pulled back, becomes a row of five. The wide forwards come in and you get this kind of 5-4-1. And it's basically like saying, look, we've scored, you play through us. From an Ipswich point of view, clear man of the match really is Bart. He made a number of saves. I'm interested in people's opinions on the first goal, but I just think the trajectory of the header down and then up just had him, and then from then on made really good saves. I actually didn't think on an individual level Ipswich were that terrible. I thought Spence did his best to get forward and, you know, didn't have too much quality in the final third of the pitch. Knudsen does a really good job getting past Selena. I just think the two fullbacks, you just have your work cut out against Wolves when it's sort of Cavaliero one side and Costa the other, and Doherty one side and Douglas the other, and they really do get you down the wide periods. Chambers and Carter Vickers, fine, you know. Gleeson passes the ball well. I think you're going to get a lot of the thing we had with Diagoraga and Skews last year when Skews is missing, but I think the plan for Mick going forward is going to be all three of them. I think it's going to be Connolly, Gleeson and Skews in there. I'm not averse to that because we passed the ball so terribly against Bolton last week that any passers back in the team are going to improve us. Selena did his best, and I think Waghorn ended up coming deep a lot. The two players who I would say struggled the most were Garner and McGoldrick. I'm going to give Garner a bit of a pass because he's got those three strapping great Wolves centre halves and a lot of sort of long balls to contend with there. So McGoldrick, yeah, I don't really know what's happening with him. He's been off the boil really since he came back from the injury against Sheffield Wednesday, the Leuven's tackle. So let me know what you think in the comments. I think Wolves probably deserve winners today, and really no star player for Wolves, just a triumph of system. And I think it's very much a case of a very strong team of 11 playing well and just being that much kind of better than Ipswich that saw them through rather than any kind of individual business today. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and give us a subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do not be afraid to disagree. Give me a follow on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom, and we'll see you tomorrow for a bit of a more forensic examination with Dave on the Blue Monday podcast. Thanks for watching and see you soon.